Hi, I'm Rosa from Luna Lunatics, and today I'm going to show you how to do this sweet, Christmas, sexy, smoky eye. So stay tuned, okay? You can see I have absolutely nothing on my face. Nothing at all, not even moisturizer. I just got out of the shower, I washed my face, and this is as clean as it gets. So let's get started on how to do a 40 is Fabulous series of Christmas makeup tutorial. Stay tuned. In my makeup corner, I swear by Mary Kay's moisturizers. This one is Time Wise Repair, and it is a Volume Firm Day Cream. I use this every day on myself, but this is for older skin like mine. But they also have age-defying moisturizer. Any age can use this one, and I would recommend to moisturize your skin at least twice a day. At least, morning and night, at the very least. But the more moisturizer you use, the better your skin will look, the younger it will look, the longer it will look younger. I've been moisturizing since I was 18, I'm 41, and I think I'm doing pretty good on the wrinkle department, but it's all because of the moisturizer. So moisturize every day, twice a day, minimum. Okay, so I took the moisturizer, I put it all over my face. I made sure that every single dry spot was really saturated with the moisturizer because that will help the base go on nice and smooth. In areas like this that I have a little zit, maybe around your nose you might have some dry spots. Some people have some dry spots on their forehead. You just want to make sure that it's nice and smooth and that your skin feels soft everywhere. You're going to add your concealer. So I have this concealer that I bought at Ulta, which I love so much. It was it's fairly expensive, 20 bucks for that little thing, but it's lasted a really long time, and it's called Bye Bye Under Eye, and it really does a good job. But I'm actually adding it to the top of my lid right now. We're gonna do our base after the eyeshadow. I'm just gonna get it in my crevices and make sure I cover my whole lid. Maybe a little bit of my under eye there so the eyeshadow tags on nicely. There we go. Start by that. Just like really what you're trying to do, especially when you have an older eyelid in front of you, anyone over 40, you want to make sure that that is nice and smooth, that application, and it's inside all of the wrinkles of the skin. So once you use your beauty blender, you just want to go over it with your finger, because nothing like the oil in your finger works better than to just get that right into the skin very well. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of my primer right over that, just to make sure that the eyeshadow adheres nicely and smoothly to my eyelid. You can do one or the other, you don't have to do both, but I like to do both because it gives it a nice solid base. Every woman needs to own a modern Renaissance palette. If you don't have one, go to your nearest Sephora or Ulta or any store that sells modern Renaissance and purchase it. It is the best eyeshadow for a base, for transitions, for blends, for a natural look. I mean, just for everything. You can do anything with it. So we're going to start with modern Renaissance for our cut crease. So what we're doing here is just creating the outline of where the cut crease is going to be. So that's where the cut crease is going to start to go up in a dark color and down in a light color. So I'm just doing it with a brown base, and I'm just creating the shape of it now so I can start adding color and blending it out. I'm going to first blend out what I did, but blend it upwards. And then I'm going to start adding the next color and then the next color and piling it up so it looks nice and blended. So change your brush, get us like a flat kind of a blending brush, and you just want to right on where you just did blend out the top of that. Not go under it, but over. And just blend that out nicely. Like that. We can start creating our sexy cut crease. Who said 40 years old you can't wear makeup? I've heard so many people say at 40 you shouldn't wear so much eyeshadow. And I'm like, why not? You should wear it. You just have to know how to wear it right. And I will teach you. There's hope for us 40s plus ladies in the world. So this is what you want it to look like at this level. Next step is adding another color. So we're going to add a base, which is a transition color, to the top color that we're going to put on. So I'm going to choose probably a burnt orange for that and blend that into the top here. So we'll do that next. You change your brush, and I took like a fluffy angled brush, which is kind of a blending brush that helps just blend out this color that's going to go on. And you're going to put this color right over that brown. Okay, so we're just going to put it right over here. And just right over the top of that, not going under the brown color, we're going to add this burnt orange. And it doesn't have to be, the application on the on-site doesn't have to be perfect. We're just getting the color on the lid before we blend it out. Just like that. So you want it to be like this. With a blending brush, you want to blend what we just did. So we just put that on there and we just want to blend that out so that way the colors kind of blend together, the top and the bottom of the brown. Making sure that you stay up top, not messing with the integrity of the line. That's what makes the cut crease beautiful. It's a nice cut crease. Okay, like this. I think we're ready for our next color. We're going to use Miss Kat Von D, La Vida Loca, and we're going to stick to this color right here, this cranberry beautiful color. And this color is going to get added over the top of the brown and the burnt orange. Switching brushes, back to the big fluffy one. I took off the burnt orange, I cleaned off the brush, and now I added some of the cranberry to the tip of it, like that. Take off the excess, and now we're just going to go right in there and add more of this color. And I want this color to be very prominent because it's going to be the base of the snowflakes. So I'm just putting in color right now before we blend it out. And I'm trying to put in color in the shape of the cut crease so we can keep this nice shape we got going. Just like that. Next is blend, blend, blend. Okay, so this is how it's looking right now. Took our blending brush. We cleaned it off and got the excess color off of it. And now are going to blend out the top of our eyes. So really we're just focusing on the very tip of that so that blend is nice and smooth on the lid. Carefully not going under your line, staying within the line. That's the hardest part, I think, staying up. for people who are new at blending. But blending is the most important part of makeup application. In every part, you need to blend, and you need to blend right. You need to take your time blending. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So I'm going to add a little bit of a dark purple color right at the line down here and up, and then blend that up just to give it a little bit of a darker base right where the line's going to be, and also to give it some nice dimension and some texture. So we're using a Mary Kay purple color, Mary Kay eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take it on a flat brush, and I'm just going to carefully add it right to the line. You want to go slow with this part because you want to make sure that you don't go under the line. And with the same brush, as you're putting it on, just blend it up a little bit so the line isn't so stark. Just like that. So what you do to one eye, you immediately do to the other. Okay, we're going to add more of the cranberry right over that, and I want that cranberry to be very dark right here at the bottom of this, so I'm going to really add some dark cranberry there, okay? And just carefully pat it in. Right above that purple that you just put in. Trying to have it be right above it so it can blend in to the cranberry. So using the same brush, just start blending it out a little bit. Just like that. Okay, we're going to grab our concealer. We're going to add the concealer to the bottom part of our eye, and we want this to be the base of our light colored eyeshadow. Put the concealer on a brush, and I'm just going to brush it on. Carefully. And generously. Like that. Okay, using the Love from the Kat Von D color, it's like a light pink. We're going to add that right over our concealer, patting it in at first and making sure it gets really into the concealer. Also, you want to make sure you're staying within the line. Just like that. I really like this frosty pink color. Got some white Snazaroo paint, and this is what we're going to use to make our cut crease and to make our very thin brush. I'm going to put the white paint on it and make sure it's nice and wet, but not too wet. Wet enough to make a nice thin line. You want to just start by right against the line. and just following what you've already done. So now after you're done with the white line, I'm adding a glitter line right underneath the white one. I'm going to use this Anastasia Pro Pencil Eyeshadow Primer Color Corrector for my eyebrows. And I'm just going to put it right over my eyebrows and start making the shape of what I want them to look like. This is a Smashbox Cosmetics Eyebrow Eyeshadow. I'm going to use this brown. Okay, I'm going to start creating the shape by creating a box on the outside of my eyebrows the way I want it to be shaped. Just like that. And now we're going to start filling them in. So you just want to follow the strokes of your brows already to try to make it as natural as possible. What I do is just stroke it on one stroke at a time and just fill it in. All this part nice and dark. And then I take a little bit of the darker, which is a black, like a smoky black for the tip at the end. Giving me a nice sharp edge. Like that. I definitely have to credit my daughter for teaching me how to do these. She's very good at it, and she taught me how to do my eyebrows. Thank you, Rhea. Okay, so this is what I got. I filled them in, and on the tips I just took a very light amount of the shadow and just kind of blended it out. They don't have to be identical. The eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So they don't have to be exactly the same. They just have to be relatively the same height. And now we're going to clean it up with a little bit of concealer. See the tip of my brush off? I put some concealer on it, and now I'm just going to put right underneath and clean up my eyebrows. Just like that. Pick up a little bit more concealer and do the top. If you notice, I start right about here. I don't go all the way to the edge. It's okay if that part's a little bit messy. And do the other side before we blend it out. Okay, this is how it's gonna look. Next step is to make some snowflakes. Okay, taking the white paint that we used to do the line, we're gonna make our snowflakes. You wanna make sure that tip is nice and thin. And then we're gonna start by creating a little line up, giving it a little tip. Just like that, and just keep working the snowflakes all the way down. Once you're done with the snowflakes, you want to add just some dots around it to make it look like it's snowing. Carefully just add little dots. It's a little bit too big. Make that a little bit smaller. Just like that's what you're looking for. Now what we do to one side, we have to do to the other. Using a Makeup Forever eyeliner, you want to put this in your waterline up and on the bottom. And now using a Stella black liquid liner, you want to do your top liner line. So I just run the eyeliner right from the tip of the eye up. Like that. Go slow and make sure you get it into all the wrinkles. When you have an older lid, you have some wrinkles there, so you just want to make sure you get it into all of those wrinkles. And then when you get to the end, right here, you just want to follow your shape up, the same shape you have for the top of your eye. And that's the beginning, and then just start filling it in. Nice and slow. So you don't have to do it twice, just do it once. Take your time. So that's what that looks like. So once this is done, you want to now put on your false lashes. I'm not going to put on false lashes. I have lash extensions on, so I'm just going to comb out the eyeshadow that's fallen on the lashes out at this point and clean them up. But at this point, you would put on your fake lashes or your mascara. Whatever your preference, I would suggest to use lashes if you don't have any. And my favorite lashes to use are Ardell Demi Wisps, the cat eye ones. They look amazing on everyone's eyes. Also, I'm going to work on the bottom of my eye, so I'm going to grab that cranberry color that we used on the top on this brush, and then just start working it in on my under eye here, creating a nice little smoky eye effect, and like rubbing it right into the eyeliner so it blends nicely. The thing I want to do is just take that eyeshadow and kind of run it all the way up there to the end of the peak, but not too thick of a line, just a very small amount right underneath. I think I might add a little bit of snowflakes thereafter. Not snowflakes, snow itself, little dots of snow. But for now, I'm just going to blend it all in and then start working on my base. Using Kat Von D's new palette, I think I'm going to pick up this color right here and use that right here. You want to pat it in generously. So that it really shows up. Just like that. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of this color all the way up to the top here as my highlight, right where I put the concealer earlier. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And now it's time to work on our base. Using the concealer, we're going to pick some up on our Beauty Blender. Start patting it in on your under eye. Just like that. And you're just going to work this color or this base into your under eye by patting it in. Little under eye correction. I have a little bit of dark circles since I didn't get very much sleep last night. So I already added a little bit of concealer to the base of my eye. Now I'm going to add a coral lipstick. I know you might be wondering why lipstick. Well, lipstick depending on the color, helps as a corrector. So this lipstick in particular, I got it at CVS, $7.40. Coral Burst it's called, and it's by Maybelline. So it wasn't a very expensive lipstick, but it does a really good job for my color skin. So if you have like an olive tone, lighter tone color skin, you want to use a coral. If you have a dark color skin, you want to use a red. But you want to have a lipstick that's matte. Now you just want to rub that in. Not rub it in. You want to dab it in. A Mary Kay base, beige 2 for my color skin. And I'm just applying it all around the face right now, generously. And also on my neckline. And then you just want to start blending that in. Just like that. Using a powder to set the base. Time to contour. My favorite part, getting rid of the double chin. Bye-bye, double chin. Bye-bye. If it were only that easy in real life. But you do have to go on YouTube and check out the exercises to get rid of the double chin. It's like, really? You have to see it. Honestly, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. The exercises to get rid of double chins. Unbelievable. So since I have a very large forehead, I have to make sure I contour up there very nicely. And I like to run my contour down the side of my face here a little bit. Just lightly right along my hairline on both sides. Kind of rounding off my face a little bit. Then I also run it a little bit down here. Just take what's there and start to blend it out. And blend it down. The reason why I do that is because this part of my jawline sticks out a little bit when I smile, see? So I like to just contour it so it doesn't stick out so much. But if you don't have that going on, then you want to highlight your jaw. Blend it out a little bit. And blush. You want to start it at the apple of your cheek. Run it down towards your contour. Over your eye in a C stroke. Like that. Just pile it in for now and then we're going to blend it out after. Some people don't like to use the blush over the contour part. I like it, especially if it's a Christmas look. It'll give it a nice little rosy cheek. I think it's pretty. Makes it look a little bit sexy too, you know. So just with the same brush, just clean it off a little bit and just blend it out. Use the Summer highlight. I'm just going to run the highlight down the center of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and the top of my cheekbone, I like to slightly smile to see where my wrinkles are, and that way I can just go right under them. So I'm not accentuating the wrinkle, but I'm accentuating the cheekbone. That's a little trick for an older skin. Because I have some little laugh wrinkles right there when I smile. Just go right underneath that. Just like that. That way nobody pays attention to that. They pay attention to it. Okay, I think we are ready for lips. So this is my contour. Now I think I'm going to do a red lip, and I'm going to add that cranberry eyeshadow over so it matches my eyes. Gotta love Sephora for the points. I accumulated 2,000 points. Obviously I buy a lot of makeup. And I got this great little lipstick through my points for 100 points. It was free. I love it. Well, not really free. I did spend a lot of money there to get it. But I love this color. It's a matte color and it stains the lip nicely. So I'm going to put this on first and let it dry and then add the eyeshadow over it. Taking a flat brush and adding that cranberry that you used on your eyes. You just want to add it right over the top of this lip color. It just brings the essence of that color into your lip. So it matches nicely with what you got going on. Just like that. Now just to add a little bit of interest to the lips so it's not so matte, I'm just going to take a little tiny bit of that glitter. I'll put it on my fingertip. I'm going to pat it over the top and just give it a little bit of a shimmer, a little bit of a pretty like look to the lip, so it's not so matte. But if you like matte lips, then this would be the way you would leave it. I like to have a little bit of shine on the lips to kind of match the snowflakes on the eyes. A little bit of that glitter right on my lip hand together. I'm just going to pat it lightly into the lip. I'm not looking for a lot of shine, just a little shimmer. Just a little bit of a shimmer. So as you move through the light, it picks it up. Just like that. I'd just like to say thank you guys all for watching. Please subscribe and like the page. Tell your friends. Bye. Merry Christmas.